Okay, we're ready for binding. Let's see, I'm gonna have to cut this off first to allow for some room for the piece of bone that's going to be right down the center of the top. So I'll mark that, and then we are ready to glue the binding and purfling onto the top. First, let me just put a little line there and cut it off. You don't want to fill the channels up all the way from the tail to the neck, but rather do it in maybe 3 parts, and make sure that you get every spot, but don't overdo it. You don't need a whole lot of glue, just enough to keep the binding in place. Let's see. Brush. When the bindings are glued, you have to make them flush with the sides, and I do that using a scraper blade, but you can also use a block of wood and some sandpaper. You'll notice that there's a piece of binding missing here. That's where a piece of bone, we're going to glue a piece of bone because the tail piece fastener would tear the wood to pieces there, and bone is much stronger, of course, or harder. So yeah, we'll glue some bone there later, but first let's get the bindings flush with the sides. When you're done with the sides, switch to the top and the back. And this time not only do we want to scrape the bindings flush with the plates, but also we want to create the recurve. And the recurve is a thinner part of the plates that's just around the edges of the guitar, about 5 centimeters or 2 inches in. We make the recurve using a scraper blade. This is a gooseneck scraper, and it's nice and round, so we get a really nice. You can create a really nice recurve. Don't go too thin on those recurves, because your guitar will sound like a really bad flat top acoustic if you do, and we want the rich and woody tone of an Archtop in this case. So what I do is I put my guitar on a mat and not right on the bench, and then tap the plates like so, and see if I can get the tone that I'm looking for. Also put it on 4 little blocks and flex the top like so, and see if there's some movement there. There should be some, not a lot, but there should be some movement. If there's too much, then maybe the top is too thick, or you're too thin around the edges, and you should stop earlier. But anyway, yeah, so difficult to explain on video, but so I'll just show you how I do this.